Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and this video I'll be giving you my best bets for tomorrow's racing at Saint-Cloud in France. Before I give you those selections, I just want to apologise again for not really having anything to write home about today with our tips at Chantilly. The only one that did anything good for us was Karlstad, where he finished in 4th place to collect the each way money. Tipped up at 7-1 last night, but you wouldn't have got much profit out of it, but still nonetheless a profit is profit. But our other two selections, I thought Plumatic, he ran a solid race. It's hard to knock him, it's just the winner got first run on him and he was always going to be hard to catch, but I wouldn't give up on Plumatic. See where he runs next time for his new stable of Francis Henri Graffard. But our other selection I was really disappointed with, actually really disappointed with the jockey Mikel Barcelona. He was against the inside on Legend at Art, who he tipped up as our long shot at 8-1, and he finished 4th, just missing out on the each way money. He's a nicely bred horse, that Legend at Art. He's by Kingman and he's got some useful connections, especially as well on his damn side of his pedigree. But our horse there, he was against the inside, he had a good position, and then at the crucial point he got boxed in and then he didn't get out until late, and then when he did get out he passed a few horses and finished in 4th place. And I wouldn't give up on him for next time. Maybe next time, if they find him maybe a little bit of a weaker race, he could take all the beating. But yeah, I wouldn't give up on him. But it was a bit of a hard luck day for me. I had so many horses that I backed away from these tips against the inside, got in good positions, and then when they needed to get out, they just couldn't get out. It was really frustrating. And it's just the way it goes sometimes. And also as well, we've had a lot of hitting the crossbar, what I would say, of late. We've had quite a few seconds, or if we're tipping up a horse each way, it's just missed out on one place to collect that place money. So it's been really frustrating, but hopefully we can turn it around with our selections at Saint-Cloud tomorrow. And we're going to start in the 11:40 here, the feature race on the card, and I quite liked Waahaat for Jean-Claude Rouget in the colours of Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum, and Christian de Muro is the jockey booking tomorrow. 2-1 best odds currently at the moment, and this is going to be my nap. Now this horse won at Saint-Cloud on debut last year in really good style, and it made all from the front that day, and it's going to be drawn in stall 1 tomorrow, and if it can use the same tactics it did last time, I think it could be quite hard to beat. It then went to Deauville after that performance and finished 2nd on the all-weather, and it looked like in real time he might have got up, but he didn't, and he just got beat in a photo finish. But that was over 7 furlongs, and he's stepping back to a mile, and that's going to suit. His win at Saint-Cloud came over a mile, and I think in time this horse could potentially get a 1.5 miles. There's a lot of stamina in its pedigree, and I think it's a really nice horse. And even though some of the big names like Andre Fabre haven't been having plenty of winners, Jean-Claude Rouget's been ticking over, so I wouldn't worry too much about his stable form. But obviously they're going to get better at as the further we get in the French season. But I thought this Waahaat tomorrow is a really nice looking horse on paper, and connections have got a good opportunity to get his head in front first time out. So for me, that's going to be my nap. We then go my long shot in the 12.50, competitive looking handicap on paper, but I thought this one at a price could go well, and that's Mantandar, currently 11-1 with bookmakers at the moment. You can get 5 places with some firms, and this horse is trained by Fabrice Vermaelen and Maxime Guillon, who rode a 3-time at Chantilly today, but for the ride. Now, the last time we saw this horse, it was outclassed in a listed event at Cagnes-sur-Mer, which is down in the south of France. It's a lovely venue. They do some nice racing there in the winter, and that listed race was won by a Hugo Palmer horse called Collide, suggesting that that was a good level for the grade. Now this horse is going to be back in handicaps tomorrow, and I think the class angle is really going to suit it. Also as well, that listed race was over 1.5 miles, and he probably just didn't get home, and I think going down to 1.25 miles tomorrow will really suit this horse. Stall 10 as well isn't a bad thing. I think in a big field handicap you don't want to be drawn right against the inside in case you get boxed in. So I think stall 10 tomorrow, not the worst, not a wide draw, but not like an inside draw like stall 1 or stall 2. Our other selection, even though it is in stall 1, our first tip, it's a much smaller field, so he should be able to hopefully dictate the race. But Mantandar, if he can get in a good position, I think he's got the class to win a race of this nature. And at 11-1, I think he's a big price, and I wouldn't be at all surprised tomorrow if the market vibes were strong for him and he goes off a lot shorter than his current value. So for me, if you can get that price, I think he's definitely worth a good each way bet. We then go with our final selection as my next best in the 125, the following race after that, and we're going with a horse here called Arum. Now this horse is trained by Henri Pantel, and Pierre-Charles Boudot is put for the ride. Now this trainer, Henri Pantel, is a good trainer in his own right, but he's had plenty of runners so far, and the stable haven't been in good form. But I thought this horse Arum could go quite well. Now around about 7-1 chance with some firms at the moment, you can get 5 places, and this is going to be my next best. And if you look for its form, it's got some really good form. It was running in a lot better races in this last season, and last time we saw it finished second at Angers, and it was very progressive, this filly, and I think she could still have more to offer. She's not got a bad draw as well in stall 9, and it's interesting that Pierre-Charles Boudot has been booked. Mikel Barcelona often rides this horse, and he's not got a ride in the race. So Pierre-Charles Boudot, you've really got to sit up and take note of that jockey booking. And even though Henri Pantel hasn't had the winners yet, I think he's going to start firing them in sooner rather than later. And for me, at 7-1, I think this horse has got a very good chance of going close, and is going to be my next best. So they're my 3 best bets on the card at Saint-Cloud tomorrow. If you haven't done so already, please remember to hit the subscribe button for more videos here on my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter as well using my handle at LuckyLoaders15. You can also check out my website as well, which is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. And that's all I got to say. So please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.